Recently, we have been hearing a lot about customs duties in the news. What is this customs duty, and have such events happened in the past? If such incidents have occurred, let's examine together what happened as a result of these decisions. MiniMoney, and my friends will explain this topic to you. If you're ready, let's get started. Customs duties are the tax rates applied by a country to the products it imports. These taxes aim to protect domestic producers and also help the government generate revenue. However, increasing customs duties can affect both importing countries and the global economy. So, what consequences does the increase in customs duties bring? We will examine the consequences of customs duties under 4 headings. Increase in consumer prices. The increase in customs duties directly reflects on consumer prices. When the cost of imported products increases, the prices of these products rise. This situation means higher prices for consumers, especially those working in import-dependent sectors. 2. Decrease in trade and weakening of supply chains. The increase in tax rates generally hinders imports. Especially small businesses may struggle to access foreign markets due to high customs duties. In developing countries, local producers who manufacture with imported materials experience cost increases due to high taxes. This can disrupt supply chains and slow down global trade. A decrease in imports can also limit product diversity and quality. Trade wars and reciprocal tax increases, increasing customs duties in one country, can force other countries to respond in kind. This situation can trigger trade wars. For example, the trade wars between the US and China have led to declines in production and consumption in many sectors due to the increasing tariffs between the two countries. Reciprocal tariffs disrupt global supply chains and create economic uncertainty. 4. Global economic situation and decrease in investments. The increase in customs duties can lead to a decrease in international investments. High taxes can hinder foreign investors' entry into the market. Economic uncertainty becomes more pronounced, especially in developing economies trying to attract foreign investment. This will negatively affect global economic growth. In conclusion, although increasing customs duties aims to protect domestic producers, it can raise consumer prices, lead to trade wars, and slow down economic growth. The growth of global trade is based on cooperation between countries, and excessive tariffs can weaken these collaborations. Therefore, before increasing customs duties, the potential long-term effects must be carefully evaluated. So, has such an incident happened in the past? Unfortunately, yes. You will witness once again that history is nothing but repetition. In 1930, during the Great Depression, the United States enacted the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act to protect domestic producers. This law imposed high tariffs on imported goods and led to a significant contraction in global trade. The contraction of trade. In response to the high tariffs imposed by the US, other countries also retaliated by increasing their own taxes. As a result, global trade decreased by 65%. Although domestic producers were somewhat protected by the law, the contraction of trade and the increase in the cost of imported goods put the US economy in a difficult position. Unemployment rose and consumer prices increased. Subsequent developments. In 1934, the administration of US President Franklin D. Roosevelt decided to lower tariffs with the Trade Agreements Act and move towards more free trade policies. This was a step towards reversing the negative effects of the Smoot-Hawley Act. The event that occurred in the 1930s shows how significant the impacts of increasing customs duties can be. Today, it reminds us that we need to carefully examine the consequences of similar economic decisions. So, do you think increasing customs duties contributes to economic growth, or does it lead to harm? Share your opinions in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video.